Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my dear friends and masters. Thank you very much for taking time for being the part of this journey. I am Vikal Gupta from Bangalore. So, masters, we welcome you from Omega Pyramid Dallas, PSSM Corporate, and Pyramid Valley International to the day 79 of the Stillness Beat 365 days meditation program, that is daily dose of your meditation and wisdom. So as we know, this program is purely for the concept of continuous and consistent meditation. So without further ado, we'll have Master Balaji to guide us to the meditation. And the tagline of this program is tune in to your stillness with breath. And the moment you start tuning in, you get into the awareness and your journey for the transformation starts. So over to you, Balaji sir, for guide us for the meditation for 45 minutes. Good morning.
Thank you, Vikal sir. Thank you very much. My dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Without any delay, let us start our day with a beautiful meditation, a 45 minutes of meditation. Kindly take a comfortable posture, either on floor or on chair or sofa. Wherever you are comfortable, kindly be seated. If you are sitting on floor, kindly squat your feet. And if you are sitting on chair or sofa, kindly cross your feet, either left on right or right on left, whatever you are comfortable with. You may take back support if necessary. If you are wearing eyeglasses, kindly remove them off. They are not required during the time of meditation. Clasp your fingers into fingers and rest them on your lap. Ensure that the seating posture is very, very comfortable. Your physical body is completely relaxed. Gently close your eyes. And you may start observing the breath, which is going inside and coming outside. Try to make your minds as empty as possible. If you come across any kind of thoughts in your mind, gently cut them off and bring back your attention onto your breath. This is the process of meditation. When you start observing the breath, you experience the density of thoughts in your mind comes down slowly. When there is no thoughts or the density of thoughts comes down, you will experience the cosmic energy that is flooding into your physical body during the time of meditation. When huge amounts of cosmic energy floods into your physical body, You will experience the opening of your third eye, which was dormant till now. Kindly do not open your eyes. Keep observing the breath, which is moving inside and outside. Let the breath be as natural, normal, easy, simple, tranquil, and shallow. Do not force your breath. Let the breath be as gentle as possible, as natural as possible. We will meditate today for 45 minutes. Kindly keep observing the breath without opening your eyes, without unclasping your fingers. This is the process of meditation, my dear friends, my dear masters and gods. Be relaxed. We are sitting in meditation for our own benefit of good health, peace of mind, and enlightenment. Let us meditate with the help of music. Dwell into deep meditation with the help of music. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Kindly do not open your eyes. Let there be no thoughts in your mind. Be with your breath. Another 15 minutes of meditation. Kindly do not open your eyes. Follow the music and enter into the deep meditation. Last 2 minutes. Kindly be with your breath, my dear friends. Slowly bring your attention onto heart center. Let us remember the statements of Ho'oponopono. Say to your own self, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Now, let us recap the 4 agreements given by the Master Toltec. Say to your own self, I am impeccable with my words. I don't take anything personally. I don't make any kind of assumptions. And I always do my best. Last 30 seconds. Kindly be with your breath, my dear friends. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Without opening your eyes, kindly place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And you may open your eyes when you are ready. Thank you very much, my dear friends, my dear masters and gods. We have done a meditation of 50 minutes. That was a very, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Balaji,
Thank
for
you, sir.
a fantastic, deep, and peaceful meditation today morning. Thank you very much. Deep gratitude to you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Masters, as you are coming back from the meditation, it's time for us to get into the next segment, that is the wisdom sharing. And theme for the week is infinite possibilities. And without further ado, let's all welcome together to Master Yashwani to take us through the wisdom session today and continue the infinite possibilities in action. Over to you, Yashwani.
Thank you, Vikaji. I'm so grateful to be here and let's begin. All right. Hello, everyone. We are going to continue on this topic today. Today, we are going to talk about a specific book on this subject. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it was written by an American author, Maxwell Maltz. Maltz Maxwell, he talks about psycho-cybernetics, of how our self-image, or as we discussed yesterday, how self-concept is a powerful factor for tapping into infinite possibilities. So today we are going to dive deep into the subject of self-concept. Who was Maxwell Maltz? Now, this person, Maltz Maxwell, he was actually a plastic surgeon. And as you can imagine, his job basically involved fixing physical flaws. It could be that some people came to him to fix their scars or their nose or how they appeared. And a lot of times, as a plastic surgeon, his job involved dealing with people who are very self conscious. And over the years, he noticed a specific pattern. He noticed that as he performed surgeries. These surgeries created massive physical transformations. Sometimes the person looked completely different with a correction of the nose, removal of a scar. It could have been multiple physical changes that he worked on. But he noticed that sometimes, despite significant physical transformation, some patients did not improve in terms of how they felt. They still felt insecure. And he started to wonder, even though physically they are a whole new person, something inside of them still holds on to the old self image. And he realized that a lot of times, sometimes a small tweak in the physical features completely transformed them because their self image completely changed. Whereas when some other patients, no matter how many plastic surgeries they did, they continue to hold on to the old self image, and that continued to make them perpetuate the feeling of insecurity. So he came down, his theory was everything boils down to what your self image is. So the people who believe that, for example, this facial scar makes me unlucky or feels makes me feel ugly. So the moment the scar was removed, their self-image changed, and there was such examples where a woman who corrected her nose still felt unattractive, or a man's facial scar was removed, but he continued to avoid social events. So these images were actually what they believed about themselves. Despite the outer features changing, nothing changed inside. Now, that's what led to his discovery and him writing this book. So, what he discovered was when you hold on to an ordinary self image, your life stays ordinary. But when you have an extraordinary self image, your self image becomes so extraordinary that your life rises to match it. So, your self image is basically what is it exactly? It's what you believe. And sometimes we believe we don't deserve certain things. So, are you feeling worthy of deserving? And what you think is possible for you and what feels normal for you? Let me give you an example. So, in his book, he mentioned that certain teachers were made to experiment this. They were asked to tell, when the teachers mentioned to their students that they were bad at mathematics or that they would always be a grade C student, the student held on to that self image, and somehow that perpetuated into the same scores over the next term. Whereas in a different section, the same time, the same average score students were told that they had so much potential that they could become grade A students in mathematics. And guess what? Because the teacher instilled a new image in this group of students, saying they had the potential to be grade A, they could score as high as grade A, the image of those students transformed into a belief that they were capable of more. And somehow that led to scoring better results. So, a lot of times, it's the definition or the limitation we place around ourselves based on how we look at ourselves. So, Moll's discovery led to this conclusion that the image you hold yourself in, whether it's ordinary or extraordinary, it sets the tone of the experiences of your life. So we act according to how we see ourselves. That's the key idea. Now, the next thing he mentioned was the servo mechanism, or something where your mind is basically a goal seeking system. How does this work? Our mind is like a machine, almost like a computer. Once you set in your GPS, for example, you're driving a car, once you enter your destination, what happens? It immediately shows you the distance, the duration, and all the possible red lights and stops. Now, that's how it is. It's a goal seeking system. Similarly, our mind, once it has a goal or a belief, it automatically guides the set of habits we feel, like our thoughts, our actions, our decisions, how to achieve that. So, Maltz Maxwell explained that the mind works like a servo mechanism or a goal seeking mechanism, which is why having clear goals helps our mind get to it faster. So, a clear goal will help you get to that point faster. As you can see in the image, ambiguity and specificity. These are two ends of a spectrum. So the more specific you are, the more clarity you have about your vision, the better it is. Like similarly, one is the goal, second is the belief, which is your self image. Once these two are clear, and once you know that you are capable of bigger things, your mind will do half the job for you. You don't really have to comprehend how you will meet the right people or what courses you would have to do or how to get to from point A to point B. Somehow a way will be made. Sometimes all you have to do is to find a clear goal, like create a clear system for you to achieve. And how do you do that? To understand, here is a set of categories that you can have clarity in. Personally, I would recommend taking some time out for yourself and journaling each of these areas in your life. The more clarity you have about each of these categories in your life, the better your mind can efficiently get you there. Your subconscious mind starts to function focused on this end result. So, I want you to reflect on each of these categories. First is physical. Physically, how do you want to be? What is the best version of you like? What is your health like? What is your energy like? What kind of fitness can you do? How fit are you? I want you to think of all your goals. What is the best version of you looking like, feeling like, and is able to do? What activities can you do? The physical goals you set do not have to be limited. Remember, your self image is directly related to how big you dream or how you can let go of ordinary thoughts and set extraordinary thoughts. Then comes the mental and emotional aspect. Here, you can note down what your thoughts, beliefs, and mindset are like. Who are you as the best version? What quality of thoughts? Are you more organized? Are you more clear? Are you more positive? Are you more responsive rather than reactive? Are you more generous? Any of these qualities that you want to embody, to put out into the world. I want you to have clarity. It's all about being more clear. The more clarity you have, the better. As we go back in this image, ambiguity versus specificity, low direction and high direction. So, as you can see, the more clear your goal is, the more focused your mind. So, going back to this, next, once you have these goals set, what about your career and life purpose? Now, we don't always have to make it a big deal about life purpose or questioning what is my life purpose. Sometimes it's about living your best every day, doing the best of your abilities, treating the friends and family you have to the best of your abilities. That itself could be your purpose. But career, how can you grow? What kind of work, what kind of projects, what kind of milestones do you want to achieve? The more clarity you have, the better. Then, spiritually, what kind of connection do you want to feel? Do you feel like you could develop a better connection to your intuition? Do you notice you could perform better service in the world? How else could you evolve spiritually? Do not forget, we are not just physical beings, there is a whole other spiritual aspect. So, set goals in this aspect of your life too. What else can you achieve spiritually? And then, of course, we live in the physical world. So we also need to be open to abundance and wealth and income and savings because all of these help us remember that life is meant to be lived beautifully. And each of these aspects, the more clarity you have, you can create different categories, the better, and write them down. So, this I hope gives you complete clarity about your life purpose and your vision. When you are clear, your mind works like a servo mechanism, automatically guiding your thoughts, your decisions, and actions towards your goal. Clarity sets the target, and your self image directs your life towards achieving it. Now, let's talk about how to create infinite possibilities using psychocybernetics. An extraordinary life starts with an extraordinary self-concept. As we have discussed so far, we discussed about self-image. So similarly, a concept of your life can also having a positive belief about your life is extraordinary or that you are supported. All of these identity shifts can transform your life. So as you could see here, an ordinary timeline, you would believe that life is hard, things take time, success is rare, love is complicated, and then we continue to stay stuck in ordinary timelines. Now, if you were to believe in infinite possibilities, and if we could shift into an extraordinary identity, let's just believe in magic and be open to it. So, I want you to let go of the rational mind and to start taking one of these today. Pick any one of these four identity shifts. You can say, I'm lucky, I'm supported, I'm meant for a beautiful life, I'm meant for a magnificent life, things work out for me. Sometimes we are sabotage our own lives by playing small. Now, this is what we need. We need to shift our identity. And how do we do that? By first believing in extraordinary things, believing in magic, believing in miracles. So, practice this by saying, my life is allowed to be magical. And I want you to pick one of these four. I'm lucky, I'm supported, I'm meant for a beautiful life, and things work out for me. So, as you start believing in possibility thinking, new doors will open up. And of course, lastly, Maltz Maxwell also talks about tying it all in by imagination. Creative visualization is by far one of the most powerful tools. So he believed that imagination helps change self concept. For example, athletes, when they imagine winning, they often felt like the same muscles fired up as they were running. For example, when they were tested, the same muscles fired when they imagined running, because that creative visualization literally creates the same effect in our body. And a lot of athletes credit their success to imagination before winning competitions. Similarly, speakers imagine talking confidently. So, all of these are examples of how visualization can really contribute to a positive self creation, creating a beautiful life, and tapping into the power of infinite possibilities. Now, as you imagine, it's almost like we often, how do I put it? Now, sometimes we put our goal up on a pedestal, like, oh my God, that is such a big dream. Like, oh, that is so far. That I hope it happens someday. So when you visualize, you are decreasing that gap. You are no longer putting it on a pedestal somewhere that you have to climb to achieve. Somehow it becomes normalized. So once you get normalized, once you no longer put your goals and dreams or your version somewhere ahead or far away from you on a pedestal, you normalize it. It becomes part of your daily, you embody it. So it becomes natural for you to win. It's natural for you to succeed. It's natural for you to experience the things you imagined. And as you keep imagining it repetitively, it no longer feels like a distant dream. It becomes part of your reality. So that's why it's important to visualize. You no longer put your goals on a pedestal. Instead, you step on the pedestal and you believe that you deserve it. So your brain starts to accept this as normal, as it is possible. So you have to imagine success, imagine confidence, and imagine staying calm. Like it's not like, oh my God, I hope I get it. No, it's normal for me to experience it. So it's almost like remembering that you're worthy, you deserve it. Now, I'm going to conclude by saying infinite possibilities exist for you. As you change your self image, you unlock new possibilities in life. There are always millions of ways for your dream to come true. Your beliefs and mindset decide which one. So remember, you are always in charge. You are never a victim, and at any given point, you can rewrite your story. Change your self image, unlock new possibilities, and your beliefs decide your path. So, millions of paths exist. Your mindset chooses which one you walk. And as we conclude, I want to help you tap into this feeling of self concept. So, before we conclude and set the intention for today, I want to guide you all through a short meditation. And I want you to find a comfortable spot and gently close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and relax. Breathe in, and as you let all of the thoughts you just heard to be absorbed, allow yourself a moment of silence. Allow yourself a moment to simply be. Breathe in and breathe out. As you relax and let go of all tensions, of all blocks, you listen to my voice and completely relax as you close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. You are feeling completely relaxed in a deeper state of awareness, in a deeper state of mind. And as you go into a deeper state of mind, I want you to imagine yourself standing in front of a beautiful giant mirror. You are facing a beautiful mirror. In this mirror, you see your own self. Imagine that you are standing in front of a mirror and looking at your own reflection. As you look at your reflection, look straight into your eyes. You may notice sometimes thoughts of awkwardness, criticism, judgment, or just worry comes up. Or even sometimes we may feel embarrassed just looking at our own self. If these thoughts do come up, it's okay. Observe, be aware, and keep looking at yourself, at your reflection in your mind. As you see yourself, you're going to tell yourself that I am learning to accept you. I am learning to respect you. I am learning to acknowledge your hard work. I am proud of you. Now see yourself in the mirror again. Do you feel like your features have you have softened a little? Do you see yourself a little less tense? You can observe that as you give yourself love, your body language changes. I want you to send more love to yourself. You're going to look at your reflection and say these 4 healing mantras. Look at yourself and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Just one more time. Look at your reflection and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And now, remember that you are sending so much love to yourself. And this brings us to the most important part of this exercise. Ask yourself this question to tap into your best self-concept. Ask yourself, why am I great? Why am I extraordinary? If you feel like it's an uncomfortable sensation to use the word great or extraordinary, just be aware. Do not play small. Ask yourself, why am I great? Why am I extraordinary? Let yourself come up with 100 ideas at least. Starting from today, let your mind answer this question. Why am I great? Why am I extraordinary? Remember that you are special. You are uniquely you. Look at yourself with love. Give yourself love, respect, and say, I am worthy. And now, as you have done asking yourself this special question, you may gently look away and come back to feeling where you are sitting. Notice the feeling of your body. Bring your awareness back to the present moment and take a few deep breaths. You are now full of love, acceptance, and you have upgraded your self-concept. You may open your eyes when you are ready. And you have an important task at the end of this series. Take a journal and write down at least 50 or 100 reasons why you are great, why you are extraordinary. This is the best way to upgrade your self-concept. And we are going to conclude the session by intending infinite possibilities await me. You can repeat that. Infinite possibilities await me. Thank you, everybody. All right, over to you, Vikalji.
Thank you very much, Yashwini. You can unshare your slides, please.
Yes. Let me just do that.
Thank you very much. It was a really fantastic session, and the exercise you have given for all of us to write down hundreds of the things, and this will really uplift up. Thank you very much, and deep gratitude for taking out time and giving this wisdom session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, masters, now let's move to the next segment, that is wisdom sharing. And today we have Master Devi from California with us. Good evening, Master Devi.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste.
Good
Thank you
evening.
for the great opportunity to share how I came to meditation. Thank you, everyone. All of you are doing a very, very great job. Ashwini, what a presentation was it? And then, after hearing that, I'm a little bit nervous. Oh my gosh, how can I share in front of such kind of experts? So I am Devi Gokanpudi from Los Angeles. We live in Los Angeles for almost 30 years. I came to meditation. We are devotees of Sach Sai Baba from the birth. So I did never get a chance to look into any other spiritual sadhanas because until the pandemic, we were so busy with service projects, kids education, full-time jobs, running to work and all. And the pandemic, luckily, we all got the opportunity to work from home. So all the service projects came to stillness, and then sir, even the prayers we go to, that also we can attend from Zoom, from home. So I had so much time. So I started thinking about going inward. That time I started scrolling through some meditation videos of PMC. I was so attracted to the concept of Swasamida Dhyasa. Very easy technique, but I started watching Patriji's videos, Premnath sir's videos, so many other masters, but I was still not exactly sure what is the exact right way to meditate. So luckily, one day I found somebody's number online while I was watching. So I called that person. She explained me how to meditate, how to start the meditation. Then after work and housework, I went upstairs, and then I started sitting for meditation. As soon as I closed my eyes, I saw Mahavatar Babaji on my forehead. But I'm not really sure how to do and all that. But that friend mentioned me, so I started sitting how the way she advised me to sit and stuff. The minute I closed my eyes based on my friend's advice, immediately I was not in my room. In between my eyelid and my eyeballs, there was a vision. Very, very beautiful, pleasant water bodies I was next to. It's such a serene water bodies. You just have to experience. Words cannot be enough to explain that beautiful bliss. So when I look into the water bodies, I could see each and everything what is underneath the water. When I look up my head, I saw the trees so beautifully, very, very beautiful trees. Behind the trees, big mountains with big, big ice patches on them. And the scene was like full moon night, how you feel that little bit foggish and lighty, very beautiful, pleasant, serene atmosphere. Like that, I was. How many hours I was sitting like that? That scene was not going off of my eyes. So I thought, am I closing my eyes? Am I in my house or somewhere else? So I force opening my eyes like this, but eyes were closed and they are not opening. So my eyes were closed and I'm at home only. So, and the next day, that was so many hours passed already. So next day I had a release from work. So I need to be attentive next day. So I thought, okay, let me go sleep. Otherwise I'll be tired and I may not pay attention. So I tried to go to bed, but I could not fall asleep. So why am I wasting my time? Let me go back and start meditating again. Again, I started where I left off for so many hours, and by force I slept for a few minutes just before I log into my work that day. And it was so blissful. All my body particles were flowing so easily. I could feel that. So much of energy. If anybody touched me, that energy was there on me at least a week or 10 days. If anybody touched me, they can even feel the energies. That much blissful, that much very, very, I can't tell you how much beautiful that bliss was. Then I started meditating, and every day 1 or 2 hours minimum for sure. But I never joined in any groups or anything, because as we were part of some other organization and we were very busy. So I never joined any groups or never even thought about joining any groups at all. But I never left meditation at all. Once in a while, if we go to India, if that is not our house and so many people in the house, we cannot focus. At such times, I could not, but otherwise, I never left meditation. I was keep doing meditation. So this 2025 in July, we went to visit St. Louis, where our daughter lives. So there, one of our Sai organization friend, she messaged me saying that since you are in town, why don't you attend? There is a meditation event going on. So that is from Buddha CEO's meditation event. So, she knows that I love meditation, so she invited me. So I attended that, and it was so good. There I met GK sir, Chandra sir, Kartikeyan sir, Paripatri, and all these grandmasters. So GK sir were mentioning, when somebody introduced me to him, he was mentioning, why don't you come to Shasta? We are going to go after the MMS3. Until that time, I don't even know what is MMS3, what is MMS1, never know, never, because I was never part of any groups. I have no exposure to the groups. From there, MMS3 is in LA, where very close to us. So we were able to attend MMS3 and enjoyed the bliss of the meditation and all the programs up there. Then from there, I was able to go to Shasta. That is such a spiritual place. But I just know that it is a spiritual place, like how Kailash, Mount Kailash is the Sahasrara, the Shasta is like Moladhara, something like that. In Google, I just read little bit about it, what it is, where we are going. That's all. And I did not even know what all places we will be visiting. There are no clue what, no names also I know. I'm completely innocent about it. So the next day we go, they took us to sunrise on the mountain. When we went there, everyone, somebody walking up and down, somebody sitting on the big rocks and meditating. Like that only, I sat on a big rock and closed my eyes. I immediately felt that I was in a clear water, meditating with other people. Then as soon as we get back to the car, I mentioned that I felt like we are all sitting in a clear water and meditating. I felt like that. I told the people who were traveling with me. Then that evening, they took us all to Siskiyou Lake. I have no clue what that lake is, or whether I have attended before, visited that before or not. So one of our car mate and myself, we slowly talking, walked close to the lake. And as soon as I kept my right foot on the lake, I got a big shock like vibration, and I just shook my head and realized that that was the lake I visited 5 years ago in the meditation. And the water is so clear, I could see what is down there. When I lift my head, all the trees which I have already known, and the mountains with ice, snow patches which I have visited already, and moons, that is a Paurnami. But that evening we went there, but that was not Paurnami. Next day was the Paurnami, but that evening, that was an evening. But the minute I put my foot in the water, I felt that entire scene changed, and it was like a full moon night, pleasant full moon night. And by the time the organizers came over, and that she was telling everybody reached to the lake, and she was mentioning that let us all, why don't we all meditate? She doesn't know what I saw this morning, and I was still in the shock what is happening, and I did not even, I sat down for the meditation and I enjoyed the bliss. When we went back to the car to go back to our retreat center, the other person in the car, she was mentioning, Devi, this morning you mentioned that we were all sitting in a clear water for the meditation, and that's what we did right now. I did not even realize that, and because of the shock I was in, that was such a blissful memory I had. And next day also, they took us to the lake. Not next day, before we come back, one more time they took us to the lake. Then I really offered my pranams to the lake, and how beautiful she was, and invited me 5 years ago. And I prayed and took 3 dips in that water. Then after coming back from the trip, I mean, we were there for almost more than a week, and every day we had so many experience. I mean, I can write a book about it, but I can share, because of the lack of time. I will just share only this anubhavam, then I experience, and then I will next time one I will share. Then what happened was, after coming back from the trip, I don't know, after dipping in that lake, I felt that maybe my blocks, what are other blocks must have been cleared, or I don't know. I was in every group now. All the group meditations I'm enjoying so much. Every day, so many hours we were able to meditate so nicely, and we were part of the unified course. And everything we are enjoying, so much bliss, so much bliss. I am what I am feeling is, in the beginning, whatever the enthusiasm, whatever the tapana, in Telugu we call tapana, I want to learn, I need to learn, that tapana caused me all this concentration, focus, and all, because by seeing my innocent focus and enthusiasm, I felt that I am feeling, really, I believe that Prakriti Mata, Mother Nature, blessing me with all these beautiful blissful experiences. Yeah, and also I want to thank all the organizers of Stillness Beat team, everyone, Bhavani garu, I can tell you all the names, each and everyone. I thank you so much, so much for all these wisdom concepts, and wisdom sharings, and gratitude concepts, and forgiveness, Ho'oponopono, forgiveness, and four agreements, every intention of the day. Each and everyone. I don't know how many people are enjoying this, but my husband and myself, we are the first ones to log in, and we are the ones to enjoy the most. May, as if these are all, it is been started for us. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, each and everyone,
Thank you.
from the
Thank you.
bottom of our heart. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you for the
everybody.
opportunity.
It was a really unique and inspiring experience sharing by you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And deep gratitude to you for taking out time and sharing your experience. So, Masters, now we are reaching to conclude the session today. As we conclude the session, we would like to express deep gratitude to all the masters and participants for taking out the time and joining from all across the group this beautiful journey. So we will meet again tomorrow. Being Saturday is going to be the day of interactions and reflections. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a great time. Namaste. Bye-bye.